Welcome to your Yin and Flow Yoga class. This class is for deep sleep. You need a yoga mat, 2 blankets, so 1 blanket or towel for your knees, and a cozy blanket or a heavier blanket for the side. You need 2 couch pillows or any pillows the same size, 1 firm pillow or a bolster to sit yourself up on, and 2 extra props that are extras but nice to have. You don't need to have them. Eye pillow or a sock to place over your eyes for complete darkness, and a strap, a belt, a scarf, or even your socks. So just take your socks off your feet and you can use them both, as long as they're clean, to place it over your eyes. So let's move everything aside except 1 pillow to sit on and the towel or the blanket folded, so it just gives the bones of our ankles a little bit of support so we can sit up mid-mat. And we'll stack our bones with our head over the heart and the sternum over the pubic bone, and we'll shrug our shoulders up and back a few times. So this class is great to come back to anytime you're experiencing insomnia, even if you need to do this late at night or the middle of the night. Our mantra is, I welcome rest into my mind and body. Keep shrugging up and back. And then slowly roll your shoulders down and away from the ears. We're going to draw belly in, take a deep breath in. And then if it's available and you feel comfortable, close your eyes. And if it doesn't feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can keep your eyes softly opened. And we're going to just focus on the breath. And if you're new to breathing, just place a hand on your heart so you have somewhere to focus the breath going. So you can place your hand on your heart and imagine as you inhale through your nose, you're puffing up that hand on the heart, and exhale through the nose or mouth. Whatever's more natural or feels better for you. Inhale through the nose. Eyes can be open or closed. And a full breath out. I want you to imagine the breath is smooth, almost like velvet. So velvety smooth coming in. Just feel the qualities of your breath. Feeling how soft your breath comes in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Let's focus on the breath being nice and smooth. And then I want you to think about all the thoughts in your mind, all the things going on in your life floating around. And then when they come up, you want you to say, I'm going to wrap you up in special tissue paper with loving hands, and you're going to place them on a shelf. So you're going to shelf the thoughts for tomorrow. So throughout this class, if a thought comes up, you're going to not judge yourself that you're thinking about that again, totally normal. You're just going to say, yes, I see you. I'm going to wrap you up with love and care. I'm going to shelf you on the shelf for tomorrow. And right now, I welcome rest into my mind and body. 1 more full breath in and out. And sometimes it's just that beginning of class is all you need. If you're in the middle of the night, you can just focus on that velvety smooth breath seated like this in your bed, and just soak in the silence of the space and then slowly lay back down. So sometimes it's just shelving the thoughts and letting them know, I see you. I'm just gonna shelf you and we'll do everything tomorrow. We'll bring our other hand down if you had a hand up, and bow chin to chest. First of all, just bowing that it's okay some days. It's okay to your body. Give yourself grace if you're having any sleeping issues. And roll right ear to right shoulder. We'll bring our chin out slightly, and if it's available, float right arm up, placing it on your head. Maybe fingertips graze the ears, but we're not pulling down. We're just letting our hand rest here. And we'll take 2 full breaths. Inhale through the nose, fill up your neck with love and care, and a full breath out through the mouth. See if you can release any tension there. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then inhale, float arm up. Place it back down. If you lifted it, chin rolls to chest. And then we'll take a full breath here. Let just your head be heavy. Full breath in. Exhale, left ear rolls to left shoulder. Dropping shoulders, chins out slightly here. Floating left arm up. Place it on your head. And your body will tell you if it's too much. We're not pulling, it's just the weight of this hand. If it's too much, bring your hand back down. Full breath through the nose. Filling up the neck, exhale through the mouth. Use your jaw to really soften here. Inhale in. Exhale through an open mouth. One more breath. As you float hand up, and then exhale, chin rolls to chest. And then from here, we'll just take a big breath in again. And then exhale, we'll lift our head up. Nice and slow. Coming off this height onto your blanket on your mat. We'll move our pillow off to the side. Lean back for a moment just to stretch your legs out. Now, a secret about sleep is the feet. So often just placing your feet in a warm bath will bring your, even just sitting, just feet in a warm bath. You can sit on the edge of your bath. We'll just flex and point our feet, rotate the ankles, and just bringing that warmth down to the feet can help with sleep. And then we'll come back to cross-legged, where you find your sit bones now on your blanket. Inhale, float your arms up. And then we'll ground down our energy. So gently with open palms, exhale with your hands coming towards the earth. A few more times like this on your own time. So inhale. If it's been a busy day, slow it down. Think of just inviting in rest. Inhale in. Grounding energy. And you can slow it down even more if you need. You can go slower than me. And the next one, we're all going to meet together with an inhale. Palms above the head, palms touch. And then we'll come over to the right side. So bring your right hand up and over, plant it on the ground, and left hand reaches. And pause here, soften that left shoulder away from the ear. Make sure it feels comfortable for the shoulder. Now I want you to root down with that left sit bone. That's it, really root down and reach your left ribs a little bit away from you. Full breath in and out. Finding a nice side bend here. One more time, big breath in. And then exhale, we'll float left arm up, plant it to the ground. Right one comes up and over. First thing we do is make sure we have enough space for our shoulder. We'll slide the right hand away from the shoulder. Make sure palms towards the earth. Move that shoulder wherever it's comfortable. Even almost a little bit backwards. Now root down through that right sit bone. Very good. Now a little bit reach with your rib cage, right rib cage. Inhale, and you can back off with your hand too on the ground if it's too much. Inhale in, open the mouth. Think about releasing tension. Inhale in, full breath through the mouth. Almost like you're sighing out this day. Inhale in, exhale out. And then inhale, rise up. Place hands behind you and gently untuck that right leg to the side. This is where we can keep our pillows in mind, because if your leg extended feels uncomfortable for the knee, tuck under a lovely pillow here. Feels very good. Any knee issues or just for more comfort. Tucking in left foot, we're going to come over for a side bend again here, but add a little bit of gentle movement. Just think of like swaying branches. And remember, our feet is our focus. So let's point our toes as we reach away. Inhale, come up and over and flex the foot up and over. So we want to really make sure our feet are open and our heels and our legs for sleep. Often sleep is interrupted because we've sat all day. So we'll just come back and forth, and when you can remember, add the feet on. So pointing and flexing. So the foot flexes as you come up and over. You can go slower than me, you can go faster than me. I want you to just be in tune with how your body wants to move. Our spines love this. Up and over. And now let's float up, coming to center. Make sure your head's right over the sternum, over the pubic bone. Let's flex our right toes to the sky so that foot is active. We'll float our right arm up too. Draw belly in and take your right arm all the way across the body to the left knee. And then left fingertips can come behind you or hand flat on the ground. I find coming on a fingertips or even a pillow behind you. Sit up tall here. And like you're using that as a hinge, you're going to twist and look over the chest. Now some of you can even go further and look behind you with the neck too. But if that's too much, your body will tell you and just unwind it a bit, coming to look over the chest. Full breath in and out. What this does is it wrings out. Think of a sponge that's accumulated a lot during the day, and this is a wring out of the sponge. One more inhale. And then exhale, unwind with the shoulder first, and then the gaze and all the way back to center. Leaning back here, let's bend our right knee in, lift your left knee up, and we'll just switch sides nice and slow. Again, beautiful way to make this more comfortable. Pillow under the knee or a rolled blanket. From here, remember, we're going to flex and point. So coming over, flexing, inhale up, point the toes to lean behind you. And now I want you to find your own rhythm of movement. You can go slower, faster. Just listen to being in tune. That's what yoga reminds us, to drop out of the head into the body. And what does my body need right now? Am I moving slow? Am I moving quick? Am I pausing and just holding? Just being in tune and listening. Sometimes just holding and breathing is where you need to be. So just notice that. Adding on the feet, if you remember, pointing and flexing. And then we'll slowly make our way back to center. Flexing left toes up. Keep them really active. Draw belly in, head over sternum, sternum over pubic bone, and we'll float that left arm up. Bring it in front of us. Grab the right knee. And that fingertips can be behind you. It might be easier pushing on a pillow, but sit up tall here. Draw your belly in, and then with your hand on that knee, really wring out the spine. Looking over the chest is fantastic. You want to go further, look behind you. Keep the breath flowing. As soon as your breath stops, that's a signal to your body it's too far. We always go more on the gentle side because we can always go deeper. Keep your breath flowing. One more inhale. Exhale first, your shoulder comes and then your gaze, and we'll come all the way back. Lean back, bend your left knee, and then we'll slowly bring ourselves around to all fours. So the first thing we'll do is find support for the knees with a folded blanket. Knees directly below hips and then hands below shoulders. We have so many props here that you can even use open palms on pillows if they need a little bit of help. From here, we're going to do a bit of rib rolls. So think about your rib cage as something separate. You're going to drop down and then to the side, to the left, up with the rib cage, up and over like your cat, really arching up, and then to the right and down. These are called rib rolls. Do the best you can. If it feels weird, you're probably still doing it right. So just a few rib rolls. Bend your elbows. Maybe you want to hang your head. Ribbing Rib rolls are very interesting. If you watch cats and jungle animals, they're often doing interesting things with their rib cage. So you're kind of just channeling that, being in tune with a stretch. And then we'll switch the direction of these rib rolls. So a little over to the right, up, to the side and down, or just up and down. You're really moving. Probably some of you have never done rib rolls, rib cage rolls, so just do it what feels okay. And then slowly come to stop. From here, we're going to do cat and cow now. So bend slightly in the elbows, start to curl your tailbone, and then if it feels okay, looking forward with your inhale, keeping your cervical spine long, the back of your neck. As you exhale, curl tailbone in, draw belly in and push into the mat. Find that jungle cat again, chin to chest. Inhale, bend at the elbows, curl the tailbone, maybe look forward. And exhale, round it out. Really beautiful. Now, a lot of people tell me, Hannah, my neck hurts when I look forward. So don't look forward, look down between the hands instead. And then push into the mat, chin to chest. So if you're someone with that kind of neck kinking or it doesn't feel good when you look up, do the way that on your inhale you look between your hands instead. Kind of think of yoga as just shapes, and we make the shapes work with our body. Full breath in and out. Slowly come to stop here. We're going to walk our hands a little forward. You might want to bring your pillows with you. And then little hip circles with our hips. So we'll bring our hips to the right, forward, and back, or the right, left, forward, and back. Whatever works for you. If it doesn't feel good, then sit at the back of your mat with swings instead. This is a little more available to all bodies, just swinging left and right. Just make it work for your body. I like shifting left to right, just a little bit of swinging instead of full circles. So kind of just noticing how your hip flexors feel, how your hips feel today. And then we'll slowly come to stop here. We're going to come down on our forearms just to give our body a little break and widen our elbows slightly. Let your head hang here, curl toes under, and just stretch slide your right toe back and reach your right heel away from you. Draw belly in, head is heavy, and you're focusing on a stretch in the calf. So remember we talked about the focus of our feet in insomnia and sleep. We want to make sure that there's that line from the tip of your big toe. The back of the heel is stretched. And then switch legs. So bring your right knee back below the hips, draw belly in, and slide your left foot back. And once the foot's back, then you can stretch your left heel back a little bit farther. Just breathing normally here. Let your head really hang. The head is heavy. There's no tension in the neck. Breathing into the calf muscle. Bend that knee coming back. We're going to now come to all fours. So back with hands back below shoulders, knees back below hips. We're going to reach back for the back of our right thigh and help that foot step forward, coming into a little lunge here. Hands on top of the thighs. Draw belly in. Once you feel balanced, and curling the toes behind you helps with balance. A lot of people like to be on the top of the foot though. So you do what feels good. Release your hands either side of your hip. Shrug shoulders up and back a few times. Often tension with sleep has to do with really tight shoulders. Inhale, float your arms up and then circle them back. So nice big gentle circles back. And this for you with shoulder mobility might be more bend at the elbows, kind of an interesting shape. It doesn't mean it's wrong, it just works better for you. So do what works for circles back. Inhale to reach your arms up, circles forward. So think about the full mobility we have in our joints. We just don't get to use them as often during the day. Perfect. And as you come forward, sweeping your arms forward, I want you to drop left hand right below your shoulder, right hand to your hip, and twist inwards, belly towards the inner thigh, or if you want to add on more, float right arm to the sky. You don't need to though, you can just keep it on your hip. Pause here. And if your arm's up in the air, all of us, we're going to look down, and whether your hand's on your hip or in the air, we're going to bring it on the inside of our right foot. Both hands on the inside. Looking at your hands for a moment. Big breath in, big breath out, and now look at right foot as you gently watch it scooch back to all fours. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips. So we're lining our hands up for our first downward dog. So first thing we do is we make sure our wrist creases are parallel with the top of our mat. And another way or cue to do is your index fingers are parallel with each other. Curl toes under, draw belly in, and then send your hips up to the sky and back, heels or hip width apart. Broaden the shoulders, relax the head, and start to pedal your legs out. So again, getting in the back of the calves. We're shifting weight left and right. Now, if your body doesn't want to do this, you're too tired for that, do some more cat and cows, do a child's pose, whatever you want to do to rest instead. Come back to all fours. Reach back to the back of your left thigh with that left hand and help that leg forward, rolling into a low lunge on this side. Now, what this does for sleep is it opens the hip flexors. Hands on top of the thighs, finding your balance, draw belly in. Curls can be curled under or on the top of the foot. Look forward, hands release to your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Inhale, circles back first. So again, it's really different from everybody. You can do whatever feels more comfortable. Sometimes bending at the elbows feels best. Inhale, float the arms up, palms face each other, and then let the arms come forward. Switching directions. Now, focusing your gaze forward on a point really helps with balance. So does engaging the core. And now sweeping arms forward, bring your right hand right down below the shoulder, left hand to hip. Inhale, draw belly in, exhale, twist belly to the inner left thigh. Hand can stay on that hip or float it to the sky. Gaze can be sideways or down or up. You decide, how does your neck like it right now? Full breaths in and out. And we're going to go back to the idea of focusing on the smooth qualities of our breath. One more inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring that hand forward and down. If it's on our hip, down on the inside of our left foot. And then look at your left foot as you watch that foot coming back. Take your time to get there. All right, the first thing we'll do here from all fours is find our either wrist creases parallel with the top of the mat or index fingers parallel. Curl toes under. Inhale, exhale, send sit bones to the sky, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, generously look forward, and then tiptoe all the way up to the top of your mat, stepping over the blanket. We're going to walk our feet closer together and then bend your knees a lot so your chest and thighs touch. I want you to lift your right, you're going to ground down through your right heel and lift your foot up, and you're going to tuck your right hand under your right. So your right hand is under your right foot, and you're going to bring the toes all the way to the wrist creases. This is very challenging, I know. This is gorilla pose. And then lift your other foot up, same thing. Now for some people, it means getting the hands out and widening your feet a little bit, like whatever is easier to balance. This is hard already, I know. Let your head hang. Again, foot focus. Any amount you can straighten your legs. Dangle the head. Now, release the hands one at a time. Grab opposite elbows. And you can keep your knees bent or just hang out here. Dangle your head. And let all the thoughts or any kind of, we've shelved our thoughts lovingly. Let's just let any kind of garbage dump out of the head. I didn't do enough. Any thoughts like this, it gets dumped out. You are enough. You are enough. Perfect. From your hands to the low back, you're going to spread the hands wide. Elbows point straight up. This is like a really nice way to support the low back. Elbows to the sky. Inhale, slowly come up, keeping your low back supported the whole time. And then right away, hands to the sky, circling wrists. And circling them the other way. And keep circling until you don't feel dizzy. This is a trick anytime you feel dizzy when you stand, is just bring your hands above your head. Works every time. And keep them up there till the sensation passes. Then you're gonna bring your hands to your side, walk to your top of your mat. Actually, let's get rid of blanket. So blanket is off to the side. The whole mat is our sticky mat. Nothing's there to trip us. We're gonna come to the top of our yoga mat and shrug our shoulders up and back a few times. And then up and forward. Just try to keep the shoulders soft and then up and back. And then drop them down away from the ears, finding length here. Draw belly in, open your palms. Very good. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Strong and calm as a mountain. From here, we're going to look ahead of us, find a point that is not going to lose your gaze. Shift your weight into that left standing leg as you slowly float right knee up. That's it. If you want to add on, I want you to interlace your fingers around that right knee or below it on the shin and draw the knee in. You can flex your foot if that feels better. Draw knee in, shoulders drop away from the ears, and then slowly from here, you're going to step, big step back and pop that back toes down. Right away, nice and slow motion, sweep your arms up. This is called a high lunge. If you've sat all day, you are going to feel those hip flexors. And then reach to the sky. Think of one long line of energy, how you're connected to every cell from the fingertips down through the hip flexors, from the top of your eyebrow down to that back of your heel. And then open up warrior two. So plant your back right foot down into parallel with your mat. There we go, now I can see you. Sinking your front left knee over your ankle. Drop your hands, straighten front leg, and bring your toes to face the same direction. Let's line our heels up. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift through the heart. Forward fold here. Diving down. What is this doing? This is countering all the sitting we do, driving we do, and helps with sleep. When we have the back of our legs opened, all channels opened, we invite in deep sleep. Relaxing your head here, shoulders. And then with starting to spread your fingers on the low back, elbows point straight up. Think of this loving embrace of your low back. Inhale to rise. Very good. Bend the knees, hands stay on the hips, and just nice slow accordion of the feet back in. And then we'll just kind of go back and forth and shake the feet out. Perfect. Coming to your top of your mat for the other side. Shrug your shoulders up and back, open through the palms, find a focal point, draw core in. Core is all about balance. Just the belly button to spine action. Imagine you have a core set here and someone's behind you helping that core set to find balance by pulling it tight. And then from here, hands to hips. Let's bring our weight into that right standing leg and float left leg up. This might be enough for you. If you want to add on, interlace your fingers, draw that left knee in. Hold here, shoulders drop. Now releasing that foot nice and slow. Big step back with your left toes. Plant them down. Slow motion, nice slow sweep to the sky. It's a bit wobbly, that's okay. You're on the ball of your back foot. Reaching up, hands are facing each other, palms are active, gaze is active. Keep breathing here. Remember the connection from fingertip down through those hip flexors all the way down. And then open up that back foot, plant it down now parallel with the back of your mat, sinking your front knee over your ankle, warrior two. Very good. Gaze over your middle fingers, reach your pinkies opposite direction. Now drop your hand and straighten. Toes go in the same direction. Line your heels up. Interlace your fingers behind your back. You know where we're going. Inhale, lift through the heart with hands interlaced or open hands on the low back, diving down. It's okay if you can't interlace your hands, no problem. You just keep your hands in your low back the whole time. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Think about sighing away the day. I welcome in rest into my mind and body. So think about every cell just welcoming in rest. Inhale in, exhale out. Now open your hands on the low back, elbows point up, and inhale to rise, supporting the low back. Very good. Right away, bend the knees, and slow motion with the knees coming in till your feet are hip width apart. If you have any kind of woohoo, feeling dizzy, again, just hands above your head. Actually, we can all do that right now. Interlace your fingers. Take a big reach up. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach. And release the hands, circle the wrists. When you're at shoulder height, the other way. Shake out the hands, shake out the legs. Well done. Now back to the floor and then sleeping positions, maybe even falling asleep, that's fine. Finding mountain pose. Looking forward, shrugging shoulders up and back, open through the palms. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, sweep arms wide. Hinge at the hips, forward fold, diving down. Inhale, flat back hands right on the shins. Push into your shins, reach your crown forward. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. Plant hands down. Step back one at a time. Now come to your knees and lower down to the ground nice and slow. So this is where we need to locate our straps. So you might need to come to your hands beside the heart, curl toes under, and just push up and sit back on your heels. And lo and behold, there's my strap, nice and close. I'm going to keep that strap so I can grab it easily on the right side. I'm going to scooch back farther because if I lift my head up, I've got pillows in my face. So lower yourself back down on the belly. I'm going to give you 3 stages to do this pose. Easy, medium, and most difficult. I want you to do what feels right for you. There's always the most difficult, okay? It's always there. So the first thing you're going to do is the easiest way. So that means we'll do the right arm first. So take left arm in front of you, and your forearm is parallel with the front of your mat, and you rest your forehead on this parallel rested left hand. Now your right hand still has its strap, so I want you to see if you can bend your right knee and bring the heel towards your buttocks, and if you can reach back and grab the ankle. Now if that didn't happen easily, we've got a strap. So my strap has a handy little hook, and I can just hook there on my foot and draw that in. Maybe it's a sock you're using, but you don't need to have that there. So this is the first one. You're just going to draw that in towards the glute. So we're stretching out the quads here. If you want to add a little bit of a back bend here, you're going to lift yourself up with the head and just bring that elbow more underneath the shoulder, the left shoulder. Last stitch, hardest stitch, you're going to bring that left hand not in front parallel with the mat, but towards the top of your mat, and you're going to push into it to lift yourself up higher. Okay, that's like a really deep back bend. You don't need to go there. This is half bow pose, okay? Again, I'm going to do medium. I'm going to bring my elbow back down and bring my forearm here. Rest your head, or you're down resting, okay? This is half bow pose. We don't want to injure our back, so do the one that feels really nice this time of day. And then slowly release that foot. We're going to lower the face down towards the mat. And then elbows to the sides, stack your hands, and rest your forehead on stacked hands, swish hips left to right. Gentlemen, just gentle with swishing. All right, now bring your forehead down the mat, hands to the side, reach for your strap on this side, and slide it over to the left side. Again, stages. Now bring your right arm forward, forearm flat on the ground, and rest your forehead on it. Bend your left knee, reach back for the back of that left ankle part on the, whatever you can reach, foot. If you can't, use your strap or sock, whatever you have. Might feel a little bit awkward. Sometimes I just like hooking a sock around it. The big toe. Big toe is great as a gripping spot, wherever you can do. Or even if you can't reach anything, just bending the knee is fine too. Working towards drawing that heel towards your glutes. And then from here, you can stay here. Great place to rest. Remember, this is really about opening the hip flexors. If you want to add a back bend, you're coming into half bow so that you can lift yourself up nice and slow and draw that right elbow more below or slightly in front of that shoulder. And then most advanced, bring that right hand forward and pushing it to come up. Keep the breath flowing the whole time. Whatever version you're doing, slowly bring yourself down, untuck that hand, elbows wide, hands stacked, forehead rests, and swish hips side to side. On the mat, again, gentlemen, very gentle with the swishing. From here, let's bring our hands beside the heart. Find the tops of your feet. You're going to come into a tiny baby cobra. So push in the tops of the feet, push into the hands gently, like a baby cobra, but just peek up in the grass. Keep your neck long. Exhale, release to the mat. Curl toes under. Push into the mat, lift yourself up. Knees are going to be wide as the shoulders, big toes touch. Sit back, child's pose. So you can extend the arms forward, forehead down. You can even stack the fists below the forehead. Or lift your hips up above the knees and have a blanket supporting the knees. And rest your head down. Maybe flipping that top hand and cupping the forehead. We're releasing the low back. You did a lot of work. I welcome and rest into my mind and body. I let go of my day. Noticing the breath coming to that space. Noticing the softness of the breath. With each exhale, softening the jaw, the mouth, the face. If this is too long of a child's pose hold for you, please change the shape. You can just roll to your side and rest on your side too. I'd just like you to rest for a moment. Well done. So that is called a peak pose, my friends, that bow. And now we just wind down and regulate our nervous systems even more so that deep sleep can come. Slowly lifting the head and pushing yourself up, sitting to the back of your mat. We're going to come over to the right or left hip. Send your legs out one at a time. Here's for your sciatic nerves. If you were dealing with that with the hips, bend the right knee towards the chest. Right hand to right kneecap, flex the toes up. We're going to lean back to reach for the bottom of the right foot with the left hand, and then rock that leg back and forth. Keeping the foot flexed will keep your knee protected, and then cross the right ankle above the left knee. You can lean back here and gently move that knee away from you. This is for really tight hips. It's okay if your knee's way up here. You could even place the left hand on that knee working away. Some of you can go further, bending that left leg and planting the foot down. Lift through the heart. This is swan pose. Big breath in and out. Try to soften the face, chin slightly down, neck is long. Breathing through the nose into your hips. If your knee is bent, take a deep breath in. And exhale, let the foot slowly scooch away from you. All of us will come out how we came in, nice and slow. Left hand to the bottom of the right foot, right hand to the knee, rocking that leg. And then extend the leg out. Other side, bending left knee towards the chest, left hand, bottom of foot, reaching the bottom of the foot. We're going to flex the toes up and just do the same thing we did before, rocking back and forth. Then cross the ankle above the right knee. Lean back here. We're going to maybe push the leg, let it open up for us here. Maybe that's just thinking about one day of that opening instead of helping it open. Gentle. Another version is bending the right knee, planting the foot down and lifting through the heart. Keeping your foot flexed keeps your knee safe. This is the same pose as pigeon pose, but it's reversed. We call it swan pose in Yin Yoga. Soften the jaw, soften the face. Soften the throat. Softening the collarbones. From here, take a deep breath in. If your knee's bent, exhale, extend that leg. And then same way we came out, we come in. Left hand to the knee, right hand to the bottom of the foot. Gently rock first and gently come out. Let's find our sit bones. My favorite pose for sleep. You can widen the feet as wide as you want. Float your arms up and then a gentle passive forward fold. Just any amount, palms up, not holding, not pulling, surrendering down. This is for your vagus nerve regulation. Heads hangs. And then slowly come up. All right, let's use all these lovely pillows and blankets we have. So the first one you're going to do is grab one pillow at the top of your yoga mat. Second is this pillow is going to support our bolster so that this firmer pillow or bolster has a lift to it. Second one, I like this bottom one actually, the bottom blanket on the bottom of the bolster, so that when I want you to snug yourself right up against that bolster with your right hip and your knees pointing the same direction. This other pillow is going to go between the knees. Then you're going to take your eye pillow, place it close by, take this big cozy blanket and you're going to throw it over your body in preparation. So from here, our right hip is right against the bolster, knees pointing the same direction with a pillow between them, nice and comfortable. We're going to take a breath in here. As we exhale, we'll turn our bodies towards this pillow. We're going to lay belly and chest down and then open our arms in a cactus. And then our gaze in the same direction. We're going to take up eye pillow and place it over the back of our neck. As you pull your blanket over your body. You can come all the way up. And just release, let go, soften down into the mat. Release everything down. This is a restorative twist. Focusing on that smooth breath, like velvet, moving through the nostrils. And you're traveling into your mind with seeing the thoughts, obligations, things you're going to, if they come up, you're going to wrap them with love and care and shelve them on the shelf for tomorrow. I invite in rest. I welcome in rest in my mind and body. And you might have a full basket of things that your mind is constantly coming, but you hold each one. I see you, I wrap you up, and I shelf you on the shelf for tomorrow. With each exhale, softening more into these pillows that support you. Eyes are heavy, jaw softens, tongue relaxes in your mouth. Softening in your hands, in the throat, melting down. When you feel ready, take a nice breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Full breath in and out. Another breath in and out. Reach for that eye pillow on the top of the head that was there. Placing and finding hands on either side of these pillows. Push into the hands to peel yourself up nice and slow. Slowly bringing the head over the heart, and then your low back, you're going to just, all the blankets fall off. You're going to let your low back come. So you swivel yourself around and then just face the other direction and just snug that left hip now. Left hip snuggles right into the bolsters. You might need to adjust yourself. Take the pillow now between the knees on this side. Get your nice cozy blanket ready for you. Sitting tall, inhale, exhale, slowly start to twist towards that nice pillow. Belly lands down, chest lands down, and you're going to bring your cheek so you're facing the same direction as your knees. Eye pillow on the back of the neck. Pull your blanket up, palms open either side, really letting yourself go down into the mat for this side twist. This is beautiful massage for the organs too. As you come down, great for your stomach, your liver, spleen. Remember, we're a bunch of cells in our body, and this helps to replenish all the organs, the cells of the body. And we bring in the mantra of rest. I welcome rest into my mind. I welcome rest into my body. I welcome rest into every single cell as I let go of my day. And there might be a few thoughts that need to be wrapped up and shelved on the shelf a few times, and that's okay. Remind yourself I will do this tomorrow. I invite in rest into my mind and body. I welcome it. Letting your body be heavy and relaxed. Softening the jaw, face, throat, as you sink down into the bolster. Notice if there's any last areas of tension in the body. Can you release? Can you welcome and rest into that space? Softness. And then slowly from here, full breath through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly roll your forehead towards the bolster. You can let go of that eye pillow. Push your hands into either side of the mat. Nice and slow unwinding. Head is over the heart. We're going to get rid of our pillows off to the side. You can just move that blanket that was under the sit bones. We're going to unfold it, and so that the tassels are now away from you. That's going to support the head. All pillows are all around. Grab the bolster and just place that one right to the side. Now come down to whatever hip is easier to slide down onto. And we'll roll onto our backs, bending our knees, and bring those knees towards the chest. One hug. Thank you, body, for showing up for me every single day. Now we rest. Release your legs and just throw that pillow behind the sit bones so that it catches your legs straight down. Now reach down for that heavy, cozy blanket, whatever you have, and just bring it around the body. Make sure eye pillow's close. I want you to just kind of tuck in the sides like you're a caterpillar in a cocoon or a burrito. Just really tuck in the sides. Tuck your feet under. If you're feeling that anxiety has been coming up lately, you can take the whole blanket instead and just place a heavy blanket on your belly or your eye pillow on the belly. I would invite you to try the eye pillow over your eyes as you reach behind the back of your neck and just hug the neck, give it a squeeze, release, roll the top edges of your blanket now under the head so you're creating a nest around the head. Palms open to the sky. Find your shoulders feeling comfortable. Knees are bent because you've got that pillow back there, and then release completely into Shavasana. I welcome rest into my mind and into my body. I welcome rest into every cell. I let go of my day. And I welcome rest into my body. Letting your eyes sink back in the sockets. Your tongue fall back in your mouth and be heavy. Relax your jaw, the ears. Hands are heavy, feet are heavy and supported by the earth. head is heavy, release and relax your shoulders completely. Release and relax the legs, the thighs, the calves that you stretched out so well. Release the ankles and the feet. Another few moments here, and if you are needing to rest longer, give yourself permission to stay here. In every yoga class, the most important pose is this one, Shavasana. Final resting pose, because we integrate the rest into the cells. The poses the breath into the cells. If you need to stay longer, stay. And you're coming back, take a full breath through the nose. And feel the breath. Exhale through the mouth. As you inhale, now focus on feeling the breath in your whole body. Full breath out. Feel the breath in the whole body. Full breath out. And then you can wiggle your fingers nice and slowly. Wiggle the toes. If you have an eye pillow over your eyes, you can remove it. Maybe stretch your arms above your head. Maybe point your toes. And then bend your knees one at a time. Taking your time to bend the knees. Maybe find a feet on that pillow. And then roll to a side, right or left side. And you push that pillow away from you. Just coming to a side and really ball yourself up in that blanket you have. Just rest here for a moment on your side. Placing your hand onto the mat. Inhaling and exhale, push into that hand to sit up here and you can wrap your blanket around your back. Just kind of like over your head and just cozy yourself here. If you have pillows and you can hoist yourself up on one or two, you can. Head over heart. Open the palms up. Think of rest. Picture just deep, sweet rest in your mind. And then reach out to it. Inhale. Reach out to rest. Draw it in. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, reach out to rest. Exhale, draw it in. And final time. Draw it in. We'll finish with one Om. If you don't want to Om softly, you can just hum. Humming is great for the vagus nerve. A little last massage for the vagus nerve. So let's inhale together and exhale slowly. So inhale in. Exhale together. Inhale in. Om. Namaste.